Good. Okay. So you want to play the bass guitar. There's a few things you should know about the bass guitar. Oh, here's one I prepared earlier. This is the bass guitar. Now, if you want to know about the pieces of the bass guitar I'll be talking about in this video, be sure to read my previous blog. Let's get started, shall we? So the main technique for playing a bass guitar is with two fingers and simply pulling back on the strings to make a note. You try and mix between your fingers so you use each one evenly, because it makes it easier to sort of switch between strings quicker. Now if you want to play notes a little quicker together, you can use a technique called a hammer-on, which is simply pressing down a semitone up or a tone up to make an extra note. You can also hammer on without playing a note, but playing an open string as well. The second way to make that extra note is by pulling off after a hammer on. So you hammer on, and you pull off, and it goes back to the original note. Now if you want to try something a little more advanced or funky, we can use the slap technique, which is basically where you get your thumb and your pinky finger, you make it like a phone call, you call someone, and you pretty much just slap down with your thumb on a low string, like the E or the A string. After that, you can also pull off and make a pop with your pinky on the G or the D string. You put it together and you get a funky little sort of thing. Now another technique is you can also mute notes if you don't want them to play for the full length. So by doing that, you just play a note and then take your finger off, slowly muting the note. Another way some people like to play is by sort of using the hammer-on, but by tapping further up the fretboard. So like so. You can play notes further length apart. Personally, I think that's a bit airy-fairy guitar-y, so I don't like to do that. But yes, that is the two main techniques of playing the bass guitar. Thank you.